There's something that we all create every day, and it's something that we all don't need. Even though there's that idiom in English, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Today we're going to be talking about trash, how we dispose of trash in North America compared to Japan. So, Adam, you're living in Canada now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were some things that you were surprised about maybe, or reminiscent about the garbage and how to get rid of it. But we're going to go to our back in time to the first time we came to Japan. Because I feel like that is such a common issue with people moving to Japan. And there's always a problem with getting the trash out. What trash day? Burnable, you're learning about. Burnable trash, you're learning about. Non-burnable, you're learning about what a pet bottle is. You pet it. Is it like because you can't have pets in the apartments, you got to turn your bottles into pets?
Like a pet rock.
So did you have any stories about when you first came to Japan and learning about the system of garbages?
I just remember being told by the company I was working for, they helped me with an apartment. I guess they were managing the apartment or they had the contract. So
yeah,
it was kind of like a 1-2 switch, like with the person leaving and the person coming in. So I got like the rundown from the person leaving about the apartment and the keys and stuff. But the next day was garbage day or something apparently. And so I had no garbage, of course, to throw out.
Yeah.
Because I was just moving in the day before I just moved in. But the day after, I guess somebody from the building complained that the person in my apartment threw away the garbage wrong. I was like, threw away the garbage wrong? How do you throw away the garbage wrong? And I just remember like the management talking about like, she messed up. She mixed the plastic and threw away everything in the same bag, and I had to go and sort it out.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's weird. Like,
yeah.
First
what do
day
you
in
mean?
Japan, and you were like, why would you have to go and sort out the garbage?
Right.
If it was in the garbage, it's garbage day, right?
Yes.
But then, after living there, you learn exactly why.
Exactly. So let's go why it is so different. So for me in the U.S. growing up, I remember the only thing we needed to separate was the recycling stuff versus garbage. Like that's it.
Right.
And this garbage could be, like namagomi. I still don't know how to say that in English. Like perishable garbage, like eggshells,
compostable,
and like compost garbage. Thank you very much. So that would go in the garbage bin, trash box, garbage can. And then same with like if I bought a toy and I was a little kid and I cut it out to get the toy out, here's this plastic thing, I put it in together.
Yeah. It
would all go in one. Was it the same situation when you were growing up in Canada?
Basically the same. Even the recyclables, we had like one bin for recyclables, one bin for garbage, and that was it. 2 bins. That
was it. Yes, exactly. That was it. Yeah. But then, the world is like, you guys are kind of messing me up. Let's try to clean this up a little bit better and separate it in different ways, which I guess in Japan they've been doing for a long time. But I remember it was probably like before I came to Japan, it was like 2000s when there's this new system in the US in my area where they're saying, okay, recycling stuff needs to be separated. But garbage is still the same, but recycling. So, glass is here, paper's here, plastic bottles are here, cans here. So that's like, all right, we started to learn to separate, but the garbage was still the same. So coming to Japan, going to my friends' apartments and stuff, and even at the office or even walking to the kombini, we're all confused because there's like 5 different garbage cans.
Yeah.
You just throw stuff away and your Japanese friend goes like, oh, no, over there, not that one. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, this one? No, not that one. It's such an interesting thing to look about how well the community in Japan, everyone understands that this is the way you throw garbage. And everyone pretty much follows the rules. And it's wonderful because there's majority of the places, if you go out into America, I'm not sure about Canada, but you'll find a good amount of litter on the ground, good amount
Oh
of
yeah,
trash.
I think so.
But it's not
Because
the same with
they don't
Japan.
want more. I
Right,
think
right, right.
it's we've spoken about this in many different videos, but like
Yeah.
it's the responsibility that everybody has because they're all part of the work that's being done. Like
Yes.
if you live in a neighborhood as opposed to a building, there's like the toban, what's it, asa toban or something?
Yeah.
The person who takes care of the streets, cleaning and the garbage. Omi toban or something like that.
Yes.
Something like that. I just remember that we were renting the apartment, and so the neighbors were like, okay, you're renting, you don't really have to deal with it. But they were saying that somebody kept throwing away their mixed garbage bags and leaving them in our trash area. Person who was responsible would have to go, of course, clean up the garbage area with brooms and like water it, wet it down and scrub it.
Yeah.
But if there was mixed garbage, they would find the person whose garbage it was, or they would be responsible for separating it and throwing it away properly.
Right. Which is something that nobody wants to do.
Yeah, right.
We all have our own lives. We've got our jobs and stuff, our families to take care of.
Yeah.
And then as a community to take care of the trash.
Community.
And if there's something where there's an issue and you have to do extra work, it is quite a bit of a problem where I could see these complaints coming to a lot of the foreign people coming to Japan and learning about the trash and when it goes out. And I feel like a lot of people who come to Japan complain a lot. Like, yes, it is a little difficult, but sometimes I hear like a little too much complaining. It's like, once you get it, you see the days, you learn the days. Like, okay, Tuesday's burnable, Thursday's burnable, Wednesday's non-burnable. It's it's not rocket science.
First of the month is this, is that, or the other thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely not rocket science. It can get complicated, but at the same time, it's necessary. I feel better doing it. I feel better knowing that these things aren't all from my apartment or house to the garbage area. They're not going into the landfill. What happens after that, I don't know, but at least I'm doing my part. Basically.
You feel like you're doing a good job. You made a good point right there. That's something that's very different from North America. When you get your trash and you're going out when it's trash day, you put it in the garbage area, guys. Now, this is something that's I've seen only in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about other countries, but in America and Canada, even each county, each state will be a little bit different. So, example, when I was growing up, the garbage trucks would come, same as Japan, but a lot bigger. In my neighborhood, there was two types of services. Either you pay these garbage collectors to go to like the side of your house or wherever you have your garbage. So all houses would have like a side container to hold all of the garbage. In my case, we had a big one that had like 2 big garbage cans in there. And if we paid the garbage collectors to every month to come collect on every week, they would come and then their people would get out, go to the side of our house, open up the lid, take the garbage out and get rid of it. And that's it. So it'd be set. If you decide not to pay for that, then what you have to do is bring to the garbage yourself. I've seen other types, like in New York State, people would bring garbage cans to the front of their house, like to where their mailbox is in the front,
right,
where the street is. So the garbage collectors could just come, just jump out really quickly, toss it. I'm sure everyone, if you've seen Toy Story,
movies,
there's scenes, garbage collectors taking it away right from the side of the street. So it can vary, but we have no specific little concrete area with a net that goes over it to keep the feral cats and the crows away from. It's such a small thing, but so different. So let's hear from Canada. How do you get rid of your trash?
It's similar to the American style. Of not bringing, or we don't have like the 2 separate different patterns where you could pay or not pay and bring it yourself. It's like the New York style, I guess, where the garbage disposal unit, the truck comes. But one thing that you didn't mention is that guys pick it up and throw it into the truck. For us, there's like an arm that extends out from the truck, picks up the garbage and just tosses it in, and then puts the box down again.
Oh man!
Or the guy in the back, he puts it on top of the arm, and the arm just flicks it in. When I came back, I was like, "Oh wow, that's interesting." Like,
so that's how they're all
like
done over there now.
In my area, basically, they have an arm. They say park your garbage bin like 2 centimeters apart from each other, because we have the recycle day and the garbage day, and then also compost. So we have 3 now.
Oh, okay.
And so it's usually 2 that are out: garbage or recycling, and compost. And the machine comes, throws the thing in the back. Before, though, our recycling, like, we would put out a bin with it inside.
Okay.
And the guy would pick it up and rest it on the truck and kind of sort it out. In that way.
And how are these? Because this is another thing I just thought of. Because in Japan, we have our plastic garbage bins in our houses, and we put a plastic bag around it. So when it's time to take out the trash, you just take out the plastic bag, and then we put that in the garbage zone. But how is it in Canada? You got a plastic bag, you just put it in a massive container.
So your garbage throughout the week, if you have like little shopping bags that you do, or you do a full black garbage bag that you tie up. That bin can hold about 3 full, like, maybe 60-liter garbage bag.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it's huge. It's huge, which is why they don't lift it up one by one, right?
Yes, I see.
But not only that, it's like you don't have to throw things in bags in there. I've just tossed like garbage, just like papers and stuff inside.
Yes.
Or like the PET plastic bottles in the recycling. I just toss them in bottles and stuff like that. So you don't have to bag everything. Which is interesting, because in Japan it's you got to separate the cardboard and the plastic bags and bottles, and but for us it's like just throw it in. Right. They even write on the thing like, don't bag anything.
Oh, okay.
Just throw it in as it's, especially for the compost. They don't want to mix or have
plastic.
Oh,
okay.
But it's a mess if you don't do that. So,
oh man, that must you got to like wash that can
every day, right?
Garbage bin out.
So we usually do that. If it's not like, if it's recycling, then you could just throw it in. But if it's like garbage, then bag the stuff. Yeah.
Well, okay. So as I was mentioning, in Japan they got the net to keep the animals away. You have any animal intruders?
Oh yeah. The lids, you got to cover it.
Okay.
Our animals are raccoons. Ooh, that's one. Crows, not so much. Maybe foxes and deer.
Oh. Okay.
And coyotes. So that's another one. They're not always major ones. Are raccoons and maybe rats, mice. But yeah,
right.
Other than that, you never know when the other animals will come out for food. So just everything gets the lid on top.
Yeah.
The compost has a little lock on it, so you can turn the lock, and then the guys will open it up when they come.
Yep. Dude, that's the same situation as my hometown back in the U.S. Like, raccoons were the culprits most of the time, because they're so good with their little hands. Yeah. Everyone thinks in Japan that they just washed up. No, those hands do more than just washing. They're very good at opening things and getting into your trash. Yeah. So I think that's the thing. No cats really, no crows, and again, that's why they're in these big plastic, huge garbage bins, and it helps keep everything clean. And then even if when it's out, waiting for people to come get it, there's no mess on the streets, which happens. It could happen a lot actually here in Japan. I know in my area, that's something. And then the community has to come together and like figure out how to fix it, or everybody collects like donation money to get a new net to put on, because the one person who's in charge of that month, they don't want to clean every time after it gets invaded by animals.
Crows. I always felt sorry riding my bicycle to work. There was this one apartment like down the street. They had a net, but people were living in the apartment, and there was no tow about the person who was taking. There's no one to take care of it, so people didn't care. They just threw their garbage under the net.
Oh man!
Every time there was garbage day, I just wrote down like plastic bags, tissue, pizza boxes. Like it was a
eggshells,
everything. Like sometimes I would look down the street, I'd see the crows just like watching and standing on guard and waiting for like people to go by so they can go grab stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was. You knew it was garbage day because all you would hear is crows. Yeah, I think they knew it was garbage day. They're smart. Just waiting. Smart creatures.
So let us know in the comments, everyone. What do you think about garbage in North America and Japan? It sounds like there can be some troubles here in Japan just by leaving it out because of the animals. Yeah. So hey, should we do it a different way? Have you ever lived overseas and had an issue with garbage? Let us know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, but that's it. We'll see you on the next.
Yeah.